In earlier fifth session of this unit, we started with the OSI model. Briefly, we have introduced different names of the layers, then how the model works, and then we'll be continuing with ahead. So the OSI model, it is a layered framework for the network model. It has 7 separate layers. Even if these are 7 separate layers, the work is related. It has even if isolated layers are there, the task is related. So the names of the 7 layers are, we have seen, starts with physical layer, lowermost layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and highest level is the application layer. Now layered architecture. So here it defines how this architecture works. So among these 7 layers, each layer calls upon the services of the layer just below it. So every layer has to provide the services to the layer just above it. And each layer has a set of functions that are defined. And when one machine on A has to have the communication with another machine with B, then whenever the interaction occurs, communication is held. In that case, machine A has its own 7 layers through which it works. Machine B has again its own 7 layers with which it works. When they do have actual communication, so layer to layer communication held with the set of functions defined from them through the set of protocols. Lowest layer is the, yes, that is what peer-to-peer processes communicate using protocol appropriate to a given layer. Now how the interaction occurs. So we have seen this pictorial diagram. So the 7 layers actually based upon their functionality can be studied in 3 groups. So this set of 3 layers, network layer, data link layer and physical layer, these are collectively can be called as a network supporting layers. Upper 3 layers, this can be called as a user support layers, and the transport layer that coordinates this subgroup with this subgroup, making sure that the data that is conveyed by the network supporting layers is well understood and applied at the user supporting layers. So this is what the line indicates, peer-to-peer protocol, where the layer by layer communication is held, and actual direct communication is held with the help of the physical layer with the media that gets connected between the 2 lowest layers at both the ends. So direct communication is held with the help of the physical layer. So already we have seen in earlier points that usually network supporting layers can be designed with hardware and software, but the user supporting layers 5th, 6th and 7th, which is dedicatedly meant at the user ends only, these are the completely software layers. Maybe they are working with different software packages. So these interfaces between these layers takes care of coordinating the services provided by the different software packages at respective layers. Even if the network supporting layers can be either with hardware and software, but the physical layer, it is with hardware only. That directly connects the 2 lowest layers in the 2 communicating nodes. So that is what here this point indicates. Physical layer has the direct communication. So device sends a stream of bit to the device B through the intermediate nodes. Each layer adds its own information. So these are the additional point. As the packet is moving from sender machine A to the receiver machine B, as it travels ahead from top to the bottom at the machine A, each and every layer adds its own information at its level and then it is forwarded to the layer below it. And exactly reverse happens at the receiver end. So at the receiving machine, message is unwrapped layer by layer. So these things will be clear when we go to the next diagram. So at the receiving machine, each layer at each process removes the data which is meant for it. And for example, layer 2 removes the data meant for it and then passes the rest to the layer 3. So interfaces between the layers, and interface between each pair of adjacent layers passes the data and network information down and up through the layers of the sending and receiving devices. So interfaces are well defined with their own functionality along with the layer functions. So each interface defines the information and services a layer must provide for the layer above it. And it also knows what are the services to be received by the lower below it. So specific implementation of its functions can be modified or replaced without requiring changes to the surrounding layers. That is why it's an open system interconnection model, OSI model. So this is the again diagrammic representation and exchange using the OSI model. So this diagram indicates, let us call this as a machine A and this is the machine B. So diagrammatically, if you see logically and each and everything minutely, the things becomes more clear how the exchange of data takes place and how the network works as a part of the OSI model. So this is a machine A, machine B. So machine A has to have the interaction with machine B. So initially in original form, the message will be conveyed and that message is nothing but data which is given in terms of the D7. So data for the layer 7. So every data is provided with the header. So the header has the details about the sender and receiving address and maybe size of the data. So header in its own, it has many more details to learn. But in briefly we can say header carries the details about the message carried by the data D7. So this is at the layer 7. Now when this packet data, so this whole header along with the data, I will call the word as a packet. That is our terminology used. This whole packet is traveling from layer 7 to the layer 6. So at this particular layers, 6 layer, which is the session layer. So this layer, what will happen? It will add its own header along with the D6, which is acting as a package received from the 7th layer. So here again it will add its own details relevant to the 6th layer, relevant to the protocols based upon the protocols defined for the layer 6. Now this whole packet at the 6th layer acts as a one packet and that is carried as it is by the D5. So D5 is the data at the layer 5th. So at the 5th layer, so 5th layer is the session layer. As we have seen, if we progress from top to the bottom, briefly remembering A, P, S, T, N, D, P. Physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer and the application layer. So 5 happens to be the session layer. So this whatever is the packet with the session layer along with H5, which has the header with the details about this D5. So this whole packet is received by the transport layer. Now transport layer will add its own information in the form of a header that is called as a H4, which will be having the details of D4. And likewise each and every layer will add its own data in the form of a header and it will be forwarded ahead. What happens at the physical layer is, here the data link layer has the additional functionality. It also adds the trailer. Every layer may not add, but the data link layer will add the trailer T2 and this is the header. See, here the trailer consists of the details about error correction detection codes. So at the physical layer, whole data gets transmitted into a form, suppose in electromagnetic form of a signals, which has the data in the form of a digital bits. So these bits, so at the physical layer, data is converted into a form in such a way that the over transmission media using which we are actually transmitting the data, based upon the transmission medium, the physical layer converts the required data into a form that is carried by the transmission medium. Now what happens at the receiver machine? So this diagram gives the more details about the working of this OSI model. See, at the receiver end, when the transmission media again converted it back into the physical layers form, that is a binary data bit streams. Now this whole packet is received by the data link layer. Now see, here there was the adding of the headers. Here the reduction of the headers is there. Data link layer, what it will do? It will receive whole the data from the physical layer. Now when it is transferred ahead for the network layer, see header, it removes the header H2 which was sent by the network data link layer from the sender side. It removes the information given in the H2 and this D2 actual information which is meant for the network layer, because D2 consists of the network layer's details. So D2 will be received by the D3 and this whole packet, it will be unwrapping the header and then forwarding ahead the further details. This is what called as a wrapping onto the sending side and unwrapping at the receiver side. At the receiver side, at the D7, that is at the application layer, just above the presentation layer, above the session layer. So D7 is the actual data that was meant to be received by the receiver end. So wrapping and unwrapping will do the task of conveying the message exactly what it was meant from A to B in the form of a D7 data. This is what the diagrammatic representation is. So here again the details are given. Organization of the layers we have seen. Network support layers are the physical data link layer and network layer. What exactly does the physical layer is? Briefly, it gives the physical aspects of moving the data. The details are given in the form of a what are the required electrical specifications that should be carried by the transmission media. So if it is a coaxial medium, what the data can be carried in which form, at which rate it can transfer. So such details are nothing but electrical specifications. Physical connections, how to do the connections of these wires at all the ends. Physical addressing, how the details are given. Addressing details are, how the addressing details are conveyed. Its information is also carried by this layer. Then it also gives the details about the transport timing and reliability. So if it has the error checking correcting codes, it will take care of reliability, and transport timing, it will have to again take care the sender and receiver speed at which they are receiving the data. So that is what the based upon the physical media what we are using at the lowest layer, we have to decide the transmission media with the timeline details. Now user support layers are session layer, presentation layer and application layer. So what is the task of them? They allow interoperability among unrelated software systems. So already I told you. So the topmost three layers, they may working independently with separate software. So how to interoperate and how to have the interaction among these layers, the care will be taken by the user supporting layers. Layer 4 transport layer links the two subgroups and ensures usability of data in above and lower layers. So the last point. So upper OSI layers are almost always implemented in a software, and lower layers are combination of hardware and software. Physical layer mostly hardware, that also we mentioned earlier. Encapsulation, what does it mean? So wrapping and unwrapping in simple words. A packet which has a header and data at level 7 is encapsulated in a packet at level 6. The level 6 treats it as a whole packet without concerning what are the contents of that packet received from the 7 layers. The whole packet at level 6 is encapsulated in a packet at level 5. So level n-1 is not aware of which part of the encapsulated packet is data, which part is header and trailer. Yes. So suppose we are at the data link layer. Data link layer never bothers ki what is the data that is transferred from the network layer, and it is not aware ki which part of the data packet has header, where it is a trailer and where is the actual message. So similarly for level n-1, the whole packet coming from level n is treated as a one integral unit. So these were the briefly details and how the OSI model works with the help of the separate but related 7 layers which has its own independent defined functionalities. Interfaces also has their own functionalities, and peer-to-peer communication is there with the set of peer-to-peer protocols. The protocols are designed for every layer. So further we will be going with the details working of each and every layer.